We all love a legendary comeback, and Degree Original Cool Rush is back and better than ever. Cool Rush isn't just a scent, it's a movement, a fan favorite that delivers bold, fresh vibes and all-day sweat protection. Whether you have a man that spends hours in the gym, heads into the office early, or is just trying to stay fresh on a long day, Cool Rush has their back. Head to your local Walmart or Target and grab Degree Cool Rush, the fan favorite scent from the world's #1 antiperspirant brand.
Hi, this is Kanika Gupta, founder and host of That's Total Mom Sense.
I'm Stephanie Dua, president and co-founder of HOMER.
And this is At Home
with HOMER. HOMER is the essential early learning program for kids aged 2 to 8. We have the most comprehensive app available for early learning skills that you can find on iOS or Google Play. And you can also find our really fun Explore kits that help kids with their math, their reading, and social emotional learning that you can find on our website, learnwithhomer.com.
On this weekly segment, we're going to cover a range of topics from raising confident readers to developing emotional intelligence.
These are the skills that will carry your child through school and life and resonate most when taught at home by you, their most important teacher.
So grab a notepad, your phone, or your mental notebook to remember the tips shared during the segment. And now on to At Home with Homer. Homer! In our final episode of At Home with Homer, we're going to be talking about the 80-20 rule of parenting. And this is something I want to focus on because we've strived to incorporate this rule into all of our conversations. It's how we can simplify information for families with easy, quick, applicable tips and help parents feel supported instead of overwhelmed. And in the spirit of that, Stephanie, I'd love to hear more of your experience and give us a general sense about what you think parents need to focus on, and most importantly, what parents can confidently forget about.
Thanks, Kanika. I love this question because this is truly my goal, not even just in my own family, but in helping parents. That the concept of 80-20 really comes from business, but the idea is how do you get 80% of the value, the outcome for 20% of the effort? So it's really, sometimes people call that hacks, but I really think of it more of as a mindset, which is, how do we really think about where we need to spend our energy and time to get the most effort, and what can we not do or outsource because we're one person holding many jobs. Moms have, moms have never been more burned out than they are today. We're holding so many jobs, and it's really crushing for parents. So I think it's incumbent on all of us to think about how we can simplify. So the couple of quick things that I think when I think about it for myself and for families out there, one is don't forget to enlist your kids. Your kids can do more than you think. So getting their help, setting the table, even sweeping the floor after dinner, doing little dishes. I used to get a tall stool so Isla, when she was really little, could put little rubber gloves on and scrub the pots and pans. So just thinking about wherever you can, enlisting your kids for help. It's good for them and they get agency and mastering in these skills. The second thing is look for areas where you can do double duty. So if you're trying to help them with some basic math skills and you're trying to make dinner, find a way that you can help them with math while making dinner. So anything you can do where you can get 2 for 1 is a great 80-20 parenting rule. Number 3 is if something is really complex and you're going to have to do a lot of research and really find out how to do something, think about, is there another solution for it? First, ask yourself, is it something I need to do? But second, if it is something you feel you need to do, how can you look outside for expertise for that? That's in some ways the origin story of Homer. We were thinking about learning to read is one of the hardest things for kids. And it really does take an expert to teach a kid to read. When I had kids, I was trying to figure out how do you actually bring that best teaching in through technology. That was one example of taking something complex, and finding a simpler solution for it. And then finally, I would say in terms of energy, when you're thinking about the 20% where you're really spending your energy, the things kids are going to remember are things where you're connecting with them, even if it's in a small moment where you're sitting with them playing a game, you're having some fun snuggling together. So think about those moments, those 20%, and where you're really spending your energy connecting with them as much as possible, because that's what's enduring and that's they're going to remember.
Yes, absolutely. And I feel like that quality over quantity concept just helps us because we are doing a million things and we can't be hands on at every moment. But when we are and when we're truly present, it's nice to know that that leaves a lasting impact.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Kanika. And we'd love to continue to have you and others. You're one of our experts in this new passion project called Growing Good, where we're really trying to create a community for parents to understand really this concept of 80/20 and how do they simplify so that the parent burnout is not so taxing as it is for many parents. So I would encourage everyone to go check out Growing Good. We're doing that. Kanika is so generous to be one of our experts that we're bringing on. And we're really just excited about building this community for parents.
Absolutely. Thank you, Stephanie, for all of your work and dedication to this community through HOMER, through Growing Good, and through your own thought leadership and storytelling, because your life experience, has informed everything that you've done in your career too. We're so thankful to have you in our corner helping us out.
Thank you, Kanika.
We hope you enjoyed this week's At Home with Homer segment. To download the app, visit learnwithhomer.com/momsense, MOMSENSE, to receive your very own 60-day free trial. Your kids are going to love playing the games, watching the visual stories, and more.